I'm quite confident that Angela would probably set Inertia straight.
Yes! Good! Good!
I'm Zach George. I train dogs, and this is my new dog, Inertia. I'm taking you along as I train her from day one. You can start from the beginning or pick up anywhere and start learning. Welcome to the dog training experience. In this episode, we'll deal more with Inertia's barking outbursts. She'll meet our cat, Angela, for the first time, and it's a somewhat rocky introduction. And she'll learn one of my must-teach tricks that you probably never heard of. It's safe to say that Inertia has definitely been conditioned to look forward to her bark box. She knows what's going on here for sure. One great dog training hack is to mix up your toys and treats and various types of rewards, and BarkBox does that beautifully. So I'm consistently every month getting something new. Each BarkBox has a theme too. This one looks like a Vikings theme. Look at the tail, fluffy and crinkly, and then firm and squeaky. Here. A lot of dogs are picky about their textures. Very well-made toy. This illustrates my point. Do you see how much she lights up for a brand new toy, something she's never seen before? That's really powerful when you're trying to train a dog. Rabbit and pork stew. I know she's gonna love that. And here, lamb and salmon. BarkBox always uses top-notch ingredients in their treats. A nice natural chew. She's been loving these. I'm gonna save this for later. If you want a free BarkBox, go to barkbox.com/dogtraining, sign up for a 6 or 12-month subscription, and they'll send you a free BarkBox. I'll have that link below. Oh boy, yep. Good thing we're gonna be working on fetch in a little bit. Now, let's talk about fetch. Inertia is now 14 weeks old, and her fetch has really come a long way in the past couple of weeks or so. She's been showing increased focus on all aspects of the game while inside, and that's the point, it's inside. Here's how her indoor fetch is looking. Let go. Good, eagerly awaiting the throw. As you can see, I'm gonna throw it, running in a straight line. Bringing it back in not quite a straight line. She's still running around with it sometimes. I think that's because it's a new toy, but I think we'll get into a rhythm here. Obviously, we still have work to do indoors. It's not quite as good as I may have stated. So I'm just gonna take a step back and show her how to play this game real quick. Remember, I'm gonna run towards the door. That really gets her to come to me better. Can I have it? I'm going in real slow, not rushing to get the toy. Got it with 2 fingers here. I'm not gonna pull it from her. Okay, good. Nice job. Come on. Yes, good. Brought it right to me that time. Gonna immediately throw it. I'm dwelling on fetch because it's important to be able to get your dog's energy out in the future on your terms and your schedule. The most convenient way to get a dog's energy out is to play a quick game of fetch with them. And so I really want this skill nice and polished moving forward, especially as she enters 1 year, 2 years of age, where she's just like super athletic and super curious. She's not very interested in playing fetch outdoors most of the time. Every once in a while, I'll catch her in a mood, but about 90+% of the time, I cannot get her to play a reliable game or anything resembling a reliable game of fetch outside. I'm hoping to work on that, and I have an idea as to how to phase this in. Right now, she's really into the toy. Let's see something here. Let go. Let's go out here. Let's go over here on the grass. Well, she's gonna pee first. That's good. I like that. But let me see if I can get her interested. Hey, what's this? Whoa, what's that? Get it. See that? Instantaneously, complete loss of interest in a toy while in an outdoor environment. So this is something I want to work on. Get it, look at that. I throw it inside and all of a sudden she's interested in it. If only there were a way to merge outside with inside so I could introduce this concept of playing fetch at least partially outside. Go get it. Perfect, so this is actually really significant right now. Come on. Look at that, even picking it up while outside. I'm merging the two environments here. Come on. Yes, come on. See, I've got her on leash. Out here, she's a lot less reliable. Go. Come on, let's go. Running from her to encourage her to come to me. It's really normal for a good game of fetch to take many weeks, if not a few months, to teach a dog. So be very patient and be very consistent about practicing. If you can find a creative way to do things like this, it might speed up your progress. Inertia's puppy biting is definitely subsiding and getting more under control, with the exception of probably biting at the lead. So this is still something that really tempts her. Sometimes I'll use this long 15-foot lead before a potty break or before a training session, and you can see how dangly it is. This is a good example of being a step ahead of your dog. I mean, her action is fairly predictable here. So I'm prepared with a treat and I'm gonna be prepared to get her attention on me instead of the leash. Wait. Okay. Oh gosh, see what I'm saying? She just loves biting at that leash. Now, of course, with a gentle leave it, I can get her to stop there as long as I get her focused on me, and I'm careful to go ahead and follow that up with a reward. I like to do mini dedicated training sessions to things like this to help Inertia understand how I want her to behave. Leave it. Yes. Good. So, when your dog is doing something predictable, preempt those undesirable behaviors before they occur. Once something has happened twice in a row, it's a pattern. Before we go out, I'm gonna have her do a sit. Good, I'm gonna open the door, look at me, make sure I can get her attention before going outside. Yes, very good. Because I don't want her going outside without permission, but I'm not gonna make her wait too long. So this is what a potty break looks like. You can see she immediately pees when I let her out. Sometimes I'll treat her, sometimes I won't. I've also been teaching her go pee like this as she goes pee and go poop when she goes poop. Sometimes it's convenient to give your dog some direction in the future as to what they need to do. Maybe you're just in a hurry for whatever reason. You have to run home from lunch and get them out. And so you need them to hurry it along a little bit. But I can't express how important it is to be tolerant of puppies during the potty training process. Usually I'll stay out here not much more than 4 or 5 minutes at this point because she kind of gets to it within that time. See, there you go. Go poop. Perfect. And I'll do a potty break like this maybe every couple of hours when I'm at home. I don't have to get up in the middle of the night with her at all, which brings me to my next point. Let me go show you what I've done with her indoor living area. I've been using a double door crate. You might notice here I have enlarged her area. While we pretty much always have this up most of the time, we've moved to keeping this second door over here open full time so that she has permanent access to a larger area. She's got lots of toys in here, lots of different textures of things to chew on and play with. It was becoming very routine for her to spend a couple hours easy at a time in here and not have any accidents. The other night I tried leaving it completely open overnight, no accidents. And it's been like 3 nights in a row now, no accidents over here. So there's no reason we can't expand her living area. A back stall is where your dog stands on your back. It looks cooler than it sounds. But training it is kind of ridiculous if you're training it by yourself. Sit. She really loves this BarkBox toy, so I'll use that to motivate her. Get it. Oh my gosh. I mean, first attempt. I swear, I promise you that was a first attempt. I felt all 4 paws on my back for the first time. Dog trainers get really excited over stuff like this. I should remind you, we have over 1 inch of padding here on this floor. So it's extremely soft and I'm gonna stay extremely low and try to minimize those falls. Wait. Stop. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I write about this in my book, but it is one of the most magical first tricks to teach for me. There's just something about it. Like your dog is trusting that you're gonna be there to support them and they're relying on you. I wanna switch it up and see how she does with food now. Sit, wait. Okay, go, good, yes, good, good, good. Okay, good job, good job, good job. Here you go, take it all, take it all. So I'm gonna give her a jackpot reward there. Tried to give her a soft landing. That's something we definitely need to work on. Sit, wait. Okay, wait, stall. That's called stall. Wait, stall. Okay, good, a nice landing that time, so that was really good. We really want to encourage a nice, safe landing on that. It's one of the flashiest, easiest tricks to teach. And that really was minutes, single digits of training, it felt like. Very good. Yes, good job. We'll continue to work on that. That's enough for today. Backstall is looking awesome. Inertia gets really hyper sometimes, so we need to practice settling down when asked. She's barking at Indy and that toy just outside of her reach. I'll give it to you later. Currency toy. I like to keep those toys extra special by only using them during training times where we're both interacting with the toy. I'm ignoring the whining, gonna walk away. It's a fine line between giving them too much attention and acknowledging success. So right now you can see Indy is over here soliciting attention from me. Inertia wants in on the action. And I don't mind that she's looking over here. I just don't want her barking every time she sees Indy or the cat or something like that. So it's time to start teaching her proper conduct. Quiet, yes. Seems like I've left a treat on the table, and Indy sensed an opportunity. Settle. You might notice I'm avoiding saying settle, settle, settle. Will you settle? Look at her eyes. You can tell she's really trying to process the request. She's just unsure as to what to do right now. So I need to help her out a little bit. Yes. Here you go. Settle. I said it 3 times there, but each time I did it, I kind of changed the deliberateness with which I asked her to settle. Finally, I got low to the ground, got a small training bubble. Remember, that's the distance between your eyes and your dog's eyes. Dogs are more likely to pay attention to your requests when you're close. Settle. You might remember when we introduced settle, there was a de-emphasis on rewarding with treats. It was more just capturing that state of mind. Here, I'm opting to reward with food on settle because I'm trying to kind of speed up her progress to a relaxed state of mind. Right now, she's got some anxiety. You can tell by her body language, the frequent yawning, kind of the frustration that she can't be out here right now. We're certainly going to work up to having her have access to all parts of the house at some point. But right now, she is only 14 weeks old, and controlling the environment is how you manage a young dog to keep them from destroying things or acting inappropriately or running out of the front door if it opens unexpectedly. There are a variety of reasons to keep a young dog like this in a heavily controlled environment. Now, she also spends a lot of time on leash in the house. I use a 15-foot lead. You've been seeing that throughout my video series. That's kind of how I manage her in this larger area here. Okay, so we have another outburst over here. Look at me. See how she won't look at me right now? She just really wants to engage with Indy. And there's a time and a place for that, but not right this second. Right now, even when she wants to pay attention to Indy, I want to begin teaching her you should pay attention to me instead. By the way, there's nothing unreasonable about this behavior. She's a young dog. She's doing what comes natural. In the meantime, I'm gonna keep it pretty easy for Inertia by keeping Indy a little bit farther away. Now look what just happened over here. We got a natural settle. It's almost as though she picked up on me talking to Indy there and was like, I know that. This is actually a training session about phasing in Indy so that Inertia normalizes her and behaves acceptably. In general though, I do put Indy up when I'm working with Inertia one-on-one, but Indy has the right to be down here. It's time to formally introduce our cat, Angela, to Inertia. Inertia has been clearly intrigued by our cat, Angela, over here. And Angela usually avoids Inertia. She has a lot of places to go to, but she's been getting more and more brave lately. And I know Inertia just wants to run up to her. I'm quite confident that Angela would probably set Inertia straight if she got too rough. Inertia has had some interactions with some cats, like at our friend's house, and she's taken her corrections well so far when she encounters cats, but let's go see if she'll play nicely with Angela. Okay, come on. You want to say hi to the cat? Up to this point, Inertia has been exposed to Angela at a distance, but Angela looks to be in a social mood today. Of course, we're going to give Angela room to retreat here. Yes, that was really good, by the way. I thought that was a very friendly interaction. You want to go say hi? Okay. Maybe she's not feeling too social, but Inertia is taking the hint. Turns out my cat is better at communicating with Inertia than me. And you can see Inertia wants to play, but she's not gonna push her luck either. She's like, come on, I just wanna play. I'm not looking for trouble. Intuitively, she seems to understand that she shouldn't get too close. I think the behavior is acceptable. I don't mind her being playful, and Angela is free to stand her ground as well. And of course, you know, it's a good opportunity to try and stay with a distraction of a cat here, because just because she sees Angela doesn't mean she's always going to be able to go up to her. I may want to be doing a training session and want her to ignore Angela. Leave it. So I'll throw some chicken over here, have her leave that alone, leave the cat alone, look at me. Yes. Good work. That was a brief introduction right there. That was a good opportunity for us to get them a little more acquainted. I'm sure their relationship will evolve over time. So I want to take a quick question. I've been noticing on Instagram, a couple of you have asked, how long are these training sessions that I'm doing? Typically, they're between like 5 and 15 minutes, depending on how she's feeling. If I push her too much, sometimes she'll get frustrated. And I'll do like maybe 3 training sessions a day. And usually I'll do a fetch session before and after, but I vary that up a little bit, just depending. So now I think we need to go work on the back stall a little bit more. And I've got some things I want to do to make it a bit safer since she is so young. So let's go work on that. Back stall round 2. There's a couple of things that I want to get a little bit more tight and looking better about the back stall before I move on any further. We had that one training session, she did pretty well, but she kind of jumps on my back prematurely. See, I'm not ready to do the trick, and she's like, come on, let's do it. I know this one, see that? I've got to get her in a more stable position. So I'm gonna say sit. Good, I'm gonna be very clear about weight here, even though sit should mean don't move. And yes. I'm gonna do that. Yes, good job. You see that? I'm starting to get in position. Look at me. Over here. Sit. Yes, good. Wait, wait. See how she started to flinch there? Look at me. Yes. 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 And I'll try it on this one. Okay. Yes, good. Now that she's up there, wait. I'm gonna get real low so we can have her do a proper dismount there. There we go. Maybe not a proper dismount, but certainly a safe one. Wait. Stall. Good. Wait. Okay, good job. And so we'll let her down nice and easy, just like that. But with tricks like this, you wanna use discretion. You don't wanna do these over and over again, but they're really fun. And if you just practice it a few times a week, just to keep them learning it and practice it safely, it can be a really impressive, fun trick. Okay, on to let go. Now, inertia is good about letting go of a toy if I ask her to do it while I'm holding it, but she doesn't yet drop it very willingly on the ground, which would be preferable in some situations. What I'm working on teaching inertia is how to let go of the toy, so I don't have to actually reach over here and ask her to let go. Inertia, come on, let's go. Get her to chase me. Over here, this way. Good, let go. Yes, good, nice work. Get it, come on, over here, this way. Let go. Yes, there we go. And so I was just trying to remind her of what I want. This way, over here, good. Let go, go. Right there, and so even I have her actually running out for the next throw before I even pick up the toy, which is kind of fun, nice option to have. Come on, let go. Yes, perfect. Good, I had to walk up, but that's all right, I still like it. So that's a small update on fetch. Now, check this out. Let's see how she's doing on figure 8s. Yes, good, look at that, see that? Let me warm her up real quick. Yes, yes, good. Yes, trying to fade out that lure a little bit. Starting to happen, starting to happen. Come on, over here. Hey, what's this? Good. What's this? See, slight hand signal, slight lure. That's the intermediate step there between the lure and phasing in the hand signal. See, it's kind of like a lure, but it's not right at her nose. Nice work, that's called figure 8s. We're making it a point to regularly have dogs over in order to give Inertia some social time, especially at this young age. Grover, the 3-legged rescue dog, is on his way over here to play with Inertia. And I think it's probably a good idea to exercise her before he gets here, just to get rid of a little bit of that pent-up energy. Nothing too much, because she's had a fairly active day. Exercise just prior to play sessions with new dogs increases the odds of a successful play date. While she's in the mood to play fetch, let's see if I can continue to motivate her to do some other tricks in exchange for a toss of the toy. I love having multiple currencies. Sit, wave, yes. And so there. I knew wave was a pretty easy trick for her. What I just did there is I got her to offer me a behavior in exchange for a toy, so I'm still really teaching her that, hey, you can work for toys. I'll give you these when you do stuff I like. Wait, leave it alone. And so I'm mixing up the order in which I ask her to do things. See, she's thrown off by leave it alone. Okay, go. With this toy, I still have to reach in, grab it and say, let go, please. She's so into this toy right now that she's very, very reluctant to just drop it when I ask her to. Grover's here. This dog is so cute. I think Inertia is going to love him. Coming on a little strong for her. That's okay. She'll open up in a sec. He's got 3 legs. And he's so fast. You would never know it. Well, that was actually a nice test too, because she wasn't expecting a dog to come over. Like when she goes to puppy class, she anticipates at this point. Now look at this. This is really good that she's calming down. She's taking her cue from him. Like, okay, I guess he doesn't want to play super rough. And my dad keeps interrupting play every time I get real rough. So she's adopted a somewhat more calm playing strategy. Sign up for a 6 or 12-month subscription and get a free bark box. I'll have a link below. In the next episode, we'll take Inertia on her first walk in the wild and more. Subscribe and hit the bell notification. Follow the journey in real time on our Instagram page. And for you TikTokers, I have a TikTok now. Get my books to help you train your dog better. I'll have links in the description.